back, Bird Nation. We're live here in Sanford, Florida. We're going to start a little early. They're having the plate meeting already. These umpires are ready to go. It's 10 till 8. And we are playing the Bulldogs, 13U. Not real sure where they're from, but we'll figure that out in a few minutes. Pembroke Pines, Florida? They're from South Florida, down in the Miami area, Pembroke Pines. And Coach Stegbauer just got it going at the plate. And not sure whether we're the home team or the visitors, but we'll know in just a second. So, welcome back. About to take the field. You got Wilson Anderson starting on the mound, pitching to Ethan Futch behind the plate, and you've got Dylan Knight going to play third, Reese Brush at short, Danilo Soto at second, and Mateo Dalmau at first. And in the outfield, that looks like Ethan Barclay in left. He's back after being out for a couple weeks with the coronavirus. And Briggs Tibbles in center. And Matthew Kerrigan in right. So, looks like these boys are fired up and ready to go. At Pembroke Pines Bulldogs are over there trying to intimidate our pitcher, so we'll see if that works. Hitter for the Bulldogs coming up to the plate. Number 4, Gonzalez. See if Wilson Anderson can find the strike zone early with some fastballs, establish that fastball. Try to let them hit it if they can. Strike one swinging there. Anderson's pitching from the windup, sitting on 74 miles per hour right now. That's strike 2. If Wilson's old coach, Coach Jim DeCarlo, were here, he'd say you got a 0-2 count. You can't throw too good a pitch here. You need to throw him a little junk. Ooh, and that's just a fastball right up the middle, so that's 3 strikes. And 1 batter's out. They're throwing it around. The Burn wearing the white and orange tonight. This is our 3rd uniform. If we only play 2 days on a weekend, we usually don't break out the orange, but Friday nights, late games, we break it out. Anderson misses high for ball 1. Ball 1 strike to Mr. Bermudez, number 2 for the Bulldogs. Wilson's finding that strike zone. He's sitting on 74. Pitching from the windup. Looking good. He shakes one off. That's a foul tip out of play behind home plate. Foul ball, I should say. So it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. That one misses outside. 2-2 on the batter. That one hit 78, looks like. Hop fly, foul ball, behind the first base dugout, bounces into the other field off the concrete. So this batter's putting up a good fight. We'll see who wins this thing. Ooh, that's a little change up there. Leaves it up a little bit, and the batter does a nice job hitting that ball into center field. Sends the lefty, Mr. Wilson, to the plate for the Bulldogs. Wilson's pitching from the stretch now. Starts him off with a curveball for strike 1, swing and a miss. Long hold there, throws over to first. Sometimes the Burn put this play on where they just hold it, and they just hold it forever until the batter calls time. He's definitely going to try to hold that guy on first. That's a ball, just misses a little high. Ooh, looked like he caught him leaning a little bit there, but runner gets back into the base, safe at first. 1-1 count on the batter. Oh, that is a nice strike on the inside corner. 78 miles per hour there. Last time we were here on a Friday night, Wilson Anderson hit 80 miles per hour for the first time in his young pitching life. So he's a little jacked up tonight. I think he's thinking Friday night is the ticket for him. Good. How you doing, Doug? Good. See you, man. Bounces one in there for ball 2. In front of home plate, which is not a bad look. Keeps the batter guessing. Ooh, that looks like ball 3, but I'm not sure where that missed. Full count on the batter. Fastball fouled away over to the third base dugout. I tell you what, these Bulldog batters have put up a couple good battles here against some good pitching. The second batter there got a full count single, and this batter is fighting some balls off. Another fastball, that one hits 80, and batter fights it off. Foul ball. Oh, that's a curveball, bounces. Ethan Futch throws down to first. Batter's out at first. Futch makes sure that runner goes back to second before he gets that out at first. Nice little curveball for the strikeout there. So we got 2 outs, runner on second base. And their 4-hitter at the plate. And boy, this kid looks like he can hit, doesn't he? Big, strong boy. Anderson's going right at him, and that looks like a pop-up to, oh, wow, to left field that bounces in there between the shortstop and the left fielder, and then we bobble it a little bit so that run comes in. So that is 1-0 for the Bulldogs. 2 outs, runner on first base. Mr. Hyde at the plate. Oh, there's another little Texas leaguer. Bounces in the outfield. And Kerrigan fields that on 1 hop, so that's another single. Nothing hurt there. Two Texas League singles, and the Bulldogs have first and second. Mr. Pereira at the plate. That's high heat inside. Wilson goes inside on him, high and in, and gets him to swing and miss that first pitch. Curveball in there for strike 2. I think this kid's pitching tonight. I'm not sure he's throwing. He looks like he's throwing some different pitches. We've seen a changeup, a curveball, a bunch of fastballs, and that's a fastball, strike 3. For the 3rd out of the inning. So the Bulldogs get 1 in the top of the 1st with some good battles at the plate by their 2 and 3 hitters and a couple of Texas leaguers. Leave 2 men stranded, and we'll see if the Burn can fight back early here in this game.
Martin, keep it up. Good job, get grounded, get grounded.
Big lefty, been hitting really well this year. He likes that first pitch fastball. And
Yeah, there you go.
shortstop airmails first base. Matthew hustles over to second. Reaches on an air, on the throwing air by the shortstop.
Take it off, A-Dog.
Brings up Dylan Knight, I think. Is that Dylan up there? Dylan Knight for the burn. The runner in scoring position. And he bunts that ball down third. Pretty nice bunt. And just misses to the left. Mrs. Anderson has joined us to help with the color commentary. So, Miss Anderson, you really liked that bunt just until it went foul, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yes, she did. That's excellent.
You get the next one.
Foul ball there. No balls, one strike on the batter. We got a quick early timeout going to visit the pitcher. I think they're going to put on a little bunt defense here. So our main man, Kerrigan, better watch out on second base.
I'm usually here. I'm just not on the commentary.
Dana's going to be our style commentator today. Do you see anything? How about Dylan's pants tucked into the sock? What do you think about that? Doesn't he look good?
Dylan always looks good.
Yes, he does. So now that the coach has set a bunt defense, we'll see whether the burn fall for it. Oh, and he hits a good line drive out to
was
left center
beautiful.
field. Kerrigan's probably going to hold up on third here. Yep. That's a good play by the outfielder getting that ball in a hurry. But Dylan does his job. Nice little single to left center. Perfect. So the Burn have first and third, no outs here in the first. Is that Barclay at the plate? Ethan Barclay at the plate. Takes ball one. Goes over to first. Dylan Knight gets dirty. Diving back into first base. These fields don't get you as dirty as those play fields, but you do get all that, all those tar pellets inside your pants. So that's a big sacrifice for Dylan to get down on the ground and slide into first base. Pereira with a little off speed, 62 mile per hour. Looked like it was a low curveball. Misses low for a ball. And Dylan Knight on that wild pitch advances to second base. Thank you, Dana. He did make it to second, didn't he? What do you call that, a pass ball or a wild pitch? I guess it's a wild pitch since he didn't get past the catcher. And that's ball three high. Dana, what are we doing here with 3 balls and no strikes? We swinging or are we taking a pitch here?
That's not the kind of stuff that I calling pitches.
That's out of your league?
That's not what
You're not reading the signs from Coach Barclay down there on
No.
third? That's ball 4 high.
It's on my 14.
So this is what you want in the top of the first inning. You want your first 3 guys on base, and you want your main man, T-Rod Blackwell, there at the plate. T-Rod got up in this position last week, and I think he hit a 2 or a 3 run home run. with runners in scoring position. And he's wagging that bat like he knows how to hit. Oh, no. That one. Quick little double play there for the Bulldogs. That's going to put some pressure on Ethan Barclay. Ethan really broke out last weekend with a bunch of
Wait, this is
line
Ethan
drive. I'm sorry, Ethan Futch. Ethan broke out last week with a bunch of hard hit balls that went to the fence. So did you see that one? I missed it. Well, that one got snuck in there for a strike. Ethan hits one up the middle. That is exactly what you want out of him. I think we're sending that runner home. Oh boy, it's going to be close. Oh, they cut it off. Wow, they need to be talking on that one. They had him dead to rights at home. But they get
2 runs.
Futch in a rundown between first and second, and they get him out going back to first. I thought Futch might be able to dive in there, but that was a
It was close.
nice little rundown. But thank God that pitcher cut that ball off because it allowed the Burn to score that second run.
I'm gonna
Line
go do
drive
something
up
here.
the middle for a single. Scores 2 runs. Check out how I scored on Game Changer. Over here on the Burn side, they think that even with the cutoff, pitcher catching that cutoff throw, he could have turned around and thrown him out at home. But either way, if he let that ball go through to the catcher, we're out at home, or if he cuts it off. But the Burn get 2. They in the first inning of the game, 2-1. How about that? We haven't won the first inning of the game 2-1 in a long time. So, and the Burn send Wilson back out there to the mound. And number 13, Mr. Sarkos, at the plate. Wilson throws him a little curveball that he fouls back. And this young man, Mr. Sarkos, grew up with our own second baseman, Danilo Soto, in Venezuela. Swinging a foul tip for strike 2. Mr. Sarkos and Danilo were friends in Venezuela. They both ended up here in the state of Florida, and now they meet up in Sanford. Sarkos from South Florida, Danilo from St. Petersburg. Meet up here in Sanford to play after playing together as young kids. Dylan makes a good play at third on that one, recovers the ball and throws over to first for the out. Nice recovery there on a hard ground ball to the third baseman. The 8 hitter, right fielder, Mr. Alvarez, up for the Bulldogs. That's high heat. Ball misses, but the batter swung. Got a little help from the first base umpire for strike one. Swing and a miss there. Ooh, and that is a nice little changeup for called strike two. Kept that changeup low in the zone. Wilson breaks one off there. Ball one. Curveball that bounces 6 feet in front of the plate. As long as your catcher can block that ball, or if there's nobody on base, that's not a big problem throwing that ball. Because then you do that with the next pitch. 70-mile-per-hour changeup. Keeps it nice and low for strike three. That curveball keeps him off balance there. Brings up the 9-hitter for the Bulldogs. Number 10, Mr. Hernandez, who does not want to get hit by that ball. So he ducks out of the way. Fouls one back. 1 ball, 1 strike on the batter. Fastball, 78 miles per hour, misses outside. And Anderson is at 32 pitches here in the second inning. Woo. That was a fastball. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And he pops him straight up. Anderson's coming over. Catches that ball foul. Ooh, that was tricky. Catches it, flips it to his other hand, and behind the back to the mound. I think he's either having fun out there or is he showing off. I'm not sure which. But he's definitely jacked up on a Friday night. He did, Miss Anderson. He sure did. Is going to be leading off for the Burn, and let's see if we can get the first 3 guys on base again. That'd be nice. In case you're wondering, we do have a little home cooking out here. We're not really a neutral announcing team here. Both of us are rooting for the Burn. That's a ball high. We got our first comment from our executive producer, Cayuse Dalmau. He sometimes gets a little chirpy when his son comes to the plate, so you might hear him on the broadcast. That's ball 2. It's a nice, cool Friday night here in Sanford. It's probably 65 degrees. And everybody's wearing jackets. If you wore your shorts tonight, you're a little chilly. He hits one hard to center field. Center fielder coming in. Left center catches that ball for out number 1. Good contact, just got a little under it. Brings up the pitcher, Wilson Anderson. Little 57-mile-per-hour changeup misses. I mean, catches the outside corner for strike one. Nice little pitch there. That one's a curveball, bounces in front of the plate, ball one. Reese Brush on deck batter grabs that foul ball or that wild pitch. Take it back to the on deck circle with him. He'll be delivering that ball to the umpire in a minute. And he's living on that outside corner. That looked like a fastball, 65 mile per hour on the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Curveball falls in front of the plate. 2-2. This pitcher's mixing it up a bit. Both pitchers tonight, fastball, changeup, and curveball. Never quite know what you're going to get. Ooh, and that is a called strikeout. Anderson looks at 3 pitches on the outside corner. You think he might have learned something from the first 2, but he's going to have to go sit down. Brings up Reese Brush. Nobody on, 2 outs. Ball 1. Miss Anderson, for the style points, what do you think of Sox over here? Dana likes Reese's Sox. She's going on record. She's a fan of the Sox. I know Reese has some fans out there at home. Welcome to the Burn Nation. Kara Brush is at home, and probably Riley and some of her friends are watching tonight. So hello to all the Brushes at home. We appreciate you sending your husband over here to coach first base all weekend long. Your husband and your father. And that's ball 4. Brings up Danilo Soto, who's going to try to get on base against his team. Throw over to first. He's safe. Give me some pointers here. Good little pitch in there for strike 1. I tell you what, this pitcher is definitely hitting his spots because those pitches are right between the plate and the batter's box. It's no balls, 2 strikes on the batter. And that one almost looked like a pitch out for ball 1. Curveball misses for ball 2, and Reese helps himself to second base. Nice little stolen base there. Oh my goodness, that umpire has a crazy strike call there for strike 3. So the Burn leave a runner stranded on second base, and They're coming back out to play some defense with a 2-1 lead after 2 innings. And you know what? Hats off to Coach Barclay. Comes back from the COVID quarantine and gives the umpire a little piece of his mind on that called strike curveball that was way outside. And I don't think the umpire really fought back on that. I think he knew that he probably missed that last call. And so the Burn also send a new pitcher out to the mound. Number 88, T. Rodney Blackwelder. T's really our #1 pitcher, if you ask me. Coming back from an injury. He missed a month of pitching, but he's back now. Bulldogs are giving us some walk-up music here so we can enjoy a little music during our defensive innings. But Wilson Anderson got through 2 innings on the mound, through 35 pitches, showed us a nice fastball that at least one of them hit 80 miles per hour. Nice curveball, nice changeup. Sets us up for Rodney Blackwelder to come in, and he's going to show him what he's got. So this should be a lot of fun. Oh yeah, we're supposed to set up the defense. You still got Dylan Knight at third. Wilson moved over to short. Reese Brush moved to second. Rodney starts him off with a fastball for a strike. Mateo is still at first base. Briggs is still in center. Matthew Kerrigan still in right. And Ethan Barclay still in left. And Ethan Futch behind the plate. That's a 77-mile fastball for ball 1, so it's 1-1 on the batter. So number 9, Mr. Agala, is at the plate, and he sees a ball, a called strike, a ball, and another called strike. 2-2 on the batter. Rodney asked for a reset from the catcher. Looks like Rodney brought his stuff tonight. That's foul straight back, right here. Miss Anderson's heading for the hills, but that ball's up back behind by the concession stand. So you got 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that's strike 3 right there. No doubt about it.
Nice job, Rodney.
Number 4, Juju Gonzalez.
So we're back to the top of the lineup for the Bulldogs. Number 4, Gonzalez. Oh, and he doesn't want to get hit by the pitch either. Rodney leaves that curveball up, and that's ball 1. Rodney's pitching from the windup here. Another curveball misses high. I don't think I'd want to be in that batter's box with Rodney on the mound. What do you think, Dana? How's Rodney looking out there? That's coming straight back. Heads up, Dana. Stay right where you are. Stay right where you are. All right. That one actually did give Miss Anderson a scare.
Actually, run here next time.
Yeah, I was thinking, where you going?
So that's foul ball strike 1.
I know. All right, I'm going that way for now.
Swing and a miss. 2-2 count on the batter. Oh, and that is a dirty
Oh my God.
77 miles per
Way to
hour.
go, Rodney.
A ball.
Rodney's hot rod tonight.
Rodney's not messing around here. Oh, and that starts him off with a nasty little curveball for a called strike. Yeah, Rodney's got the hair up in the hat. That's a good, to get some good style points for that. He's got his cross on around his neck. Comes high heat to the batter. Gets style points for that. Batter gets the heck out of there. Futch is looking over, getting some signs from Coach Stegbauer. That's been a strike, a called strike all night long. He's given him at least over to the tape in the other batter's box is a strike. So these pitchers, if they just live on that outside of that plate, are going to do pretty good with this umpire. There it is again for strike 3.
Oh my God. Way to go, Rodney.
Same thing, same pitch.
Same pitch there. Rodney, pretty efficient there. 15 pitches, 3 outs, 3 up, 3 down. And now this is maybe our secret weapon here. I think we've got Briggs Tibbles coming to the plate. And he's our second leadoff hitter. He's batting last tonight, but really he could be batting first with his speed and the way he gets on base. So you can consider us back to the top of the order right here with 2 leadoff hitters in a row. Bulldogs sent Pereira back out to the mound for a 3rd inning. He's given up 2 runs. Did a nice little job in the 2nd inning there. And he's got 27 pitches. We'll see how far they run him up. It's Friday night, so some of these guys, most of these guys who pitch Friday night will not pitch again until Sunday. But you never know if you might need them on Saturday night. This tournament has 42 teams in it, and these 42 teams are fighting for 16 spots in the gold bracket. All the teams will play 2 games before Saturday afternoon, and then the top 16 teams will play the first round of the elimination play on Saturday night late. And then the 8 winners from Saturday night will go to the 8 winners from Saturday night will go to Sunday, and they'll have to win 3 games on Sunday to win this tournament. But while I was explaining that tournament, Briggs Tibbles jumped on the first pitch fastball, hit the ball over the left fielder's head, as you all could see. And I think you might have seen what I was talking about with his wheels. He was standing up on second base before the right fielder could get that ball in. I mean, the left fielder could get that ball in his hands. So great leadoff double by Briggs. And that brings up Matthew Kerrigan, the lefty. Our other leadoff hitter. Kerrigan fouls that ball straight back. That ball's out of play behind home plate. One ball and 1 strike on Kerrigan. Kerrigan has been driving the baseball deep to the outfield, and these outfielders must not know this batter because they're playing in a little too close. Curveball misses. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitcher steps off. That's ball 3. And a pass ball. And Tibbles takes third base on the pass ball. So it's nice to have Tibbles over there on third base with no outs. And you can chalk that up to that kid's wheels, his bat and his wheels. And, you know, hopefully that our executive producer can get a shot of Papa Tibbs. He's out in left center field on the back of the truck. He had his white tent up early, but when the sun went down, he took the tent down. And also give a shout out to Miss Tibbles, Laura Tibbles at home, watching her sweet boy play baseball. Thank you, Dana. Dana's got our color commentary here. I'm doing the play-by-play. She reminds me that that was ball 4 and Matthew Kerrigan's on first. And I'm willing to bet your $5 he'll be on second base within 2 pitches. Cayuse, can we zoom in on Papa Tibbs out there with the little camera? Oh, I think we can get him. Is that camera tied down? Oh, Miss Dana's taking Cayuse's side on this one. I'm not sure about that. Is that no balls, 1 strike? Here, we're going to just see what we can do with this. There he is, out there on the back of the truck. Maybe he'll wave. Cayuse, did we go to that shot or no? Okay, good. I appreciate that since I'm doing all this work over here. I have to be the cameraman too? We need a cameraman, Cayuse. We need a roaming cameraman. That's a foul ball for strike 2. Another foul ball. Dylan is up there to hit. He's not messing around. And when Dylan starts off the weekend with a line drive to left center like he did, that's a good sign, because this kid, when he starts hitting, you better watch out. So, and shout out to Clint at home watching the game. Dylan's with his mom this weekend, Elaine. Dylan fights off that curveball for a foul. That definitely would have been a strike, because this umpire's been calling that a strike all night long. So good job fighting that off. I'm thinking maybe Maria's not watching the game with her dad. She's probably doing something a lot more fun than that, but she's a great member of the Byrne family and Byrne fan club, so shout out to Maria as well. Oh, looks like we're getting a little mound visit. Maybe even a pitching change. It might be. Miss Anderson might recognize the umpire from. I think we met him. I think he was Jim Marshall's partner over here at a 12U tournament while we were playing 13U.
No, we've just had it.
Throw over to first base. Matthew walks it up on the base, keeps his hand there until his foot gets there. So that first baseman kept that tag on there an extra long time just so he could try to catch him off the bag. Kerrigan goes. That wide strike zone catches Dylan off guard. He gets caught looking, and that's called strike 3. But Kerrigan's on second with the stolen base, and Barclay is up with 1 out and runners in scoring position. Finally, we get a pitch far enough outside to be a ball. Ball 2. Cayuse is using our 3-camera system tonight. That's called strike 1. So he's got the wide angle behind home plate. We got the zoom in from center field to catch these pitches and shows you all the strike zone. And then we got this isolated batter pitcher camera. Lets you see the action from behind home plate a little closer. Cayuse has this awesome system where everything's set up in a suitcase. He rolls in here like he's carrying $1 million in cash, but it's really a bunch of iPads, a bunch of cameras, a bunch of batteries, all in one suitcase. He opens it up and we're good to go. Called strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count here. And you got to protect with this wide strike zone we're getting tonight. Oh, and Ethan does a nice job, little Texas leaguer into right. And Tibbles holds up. Tibbles holds up at third to make sure that ball's not caught. Then he takes off for home and he gets in under the throw. Catcher then throws it over to second, and Ethan turns that single into a double on the throw home. Brings up T-Rod. Blackwelder takes the first pitch for a strike. Definitely the guy you want at the plate with runners on second and third. T-Rod had the short drive down from Jacksonville, probably, or from Palatka, I should say. Probably only an hour and a half to get here today, compared to last weekend when they came all the way to Sarasota. And that one's high and foul out of play over the fence.
Way to go, T-Rod!
That a boy. Hey, so that one's like, that's a 2 RBI.
Way to go, Rodney! Look at him go!
Triple. Rodney is trucking in there, and he is safe at third.
Yeah!
loses the helmet, showing off the hair. Miss Anderson's fired up. Oh, Coach Barclay's fired up. How about the hair, though? The hair is looking a little more blonde than it did last weekend. It is looking good. T-Rod with the triple.
Looking around.
I tell you what, it almost looked like T-Rod was a little ticked off at the first baseman for catching that line drive he hit in the first inning. So he fired one down there that was so hot it went all the way to the corner. And that brings Ethan Futch back to the plate. And I'm not sure who Ethan's here with this weekend. He might have rode over here with a coach because I don't see. Oh, Jen Futch is here. I just don't see her. So
Yeah,
shout out,
and her parents.
shout out to Coach Futch back at home and all the siblings. Coach Futch, obviously we're missing you on the mic tonight. That's a ball. 1-1 count on the batter, but Coach Futch is our A-team on the play-by-play here. And maybe he's got a game tonight or tomorrow back in St. Pete.
Or Madison.
Or Madison might have a game tomorrow. That's ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Oh, that's 3-1. My bad. 3-1 count. We'll see if Futch can keep hitting here. Well, he's not going to keep hitting if they throw it that high. And this is your pitching change. Bulldogs visiting the mound with runners on first and third, 1 out, and down 5-1 in the bottom of the third. We're going to take a quick break. Mrs. Anderson's calling, that's Brady Marshall as a courtesy runner for our catcher.
And I know Kara's watching.
And, oh, but we could have a courtesy runner in for the pitcher there on third too if we wanted to, but we don't. That's a long conversation going on out there. Did they replace the pitcher or not? Yes, they did. So we got Brady Marshall on first, Rodney Blackwelder on third, and Mateo Dalmau coming to the plate against the new pitcher.
Blue. What's this kid's number? 3. Baseballs? I got you one right here. Thank you so much, man.
Bluetooth connected.
Okay, Mateo at the plate. I'm not sure he's seen a pitch yet. Lefty on the mound. Mr. Wilson on the mound for the Bulldogs. And Mateo goes the other way
Nice job, Mateo!
to left field. Very nice for a single.
Way to bring him in.
Anderson with runners on first and second and 1 out. He looks at the first pitch for a called strike. Was a little low, but he looks at the second pitch for a called strike. I'm pretty sure Wilson's going to swing at this next pitch because he has looked at 5 strikes tonight. Not that we're counting or anything. Hits that one to center field. Center fielder comes in and catches that ball. Wilson's a little frustrated at the plate, but he's working hard, so it'll come around. That leaves runners on first and second base for Reese Brush with 2 outs. See if we can do some damage here. Swing and a miss. Ball up the middle. And a little bit of a slow roller, almost beats that ball out, hustles down to first, but they get him out at first. And
What do you need, Kyle? Do you need something?
let's set the defense here. I think Futch is behind the plate for the night tonight, so he's coming back out for the top of the 4th. And Rodney's back on the mound for his second inning, pitching. Going around the infield from left to right, you got Dylan Knight at third, Wilson Anderson at short, Reese Brush at second, and Owen Lever at first base. From left to right in the outfield, you got Ethan Barclay in left, Briggs Tibbles in center, and Matthew Kerrigan in right.
Nice hit, Mateo.
So it's good to see Owen Lever over there at first base.
Number 3, Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson up to the plate for the Bulldogs. T-Rod pitching from the windup. Let's see if he can pick up where he left off in the last inning. Yes, sir. Curveball in there for a strike. We got that strike call even though our catcher dropped that ball, and if you know our coach, he's a catching coach. He doesn't exactly appreciate it when our catchers drop those balls. But Ethan Futch makes up for it with a great strike. Caught ball back there for a strike. Caught that ball with caught the back of the ball there and got a little strike call out of that umpire. And that's strike 3 on the outside corner.
That's a good catcher back there.
23, Rudy
Our fastball for Rodney there on strike 3. And that one's 78 called strike fastball.
Way to go, Rodney. Looking good, buddy.
Fastball misses low. T-Rod's got a little fan club out there in left field, sitting under that light in front of that white fence. He's got his dad Brian somewhere out there, I think, and his grandpa Paul, and his mom and his grandmother. A couple brothers and sisters out there too. And that's the first time that pitch has been a ball all night. What do you Rodney fights back with a strike there, so it's a full count on the batter. Batter calls time. He steps back in there. You better believe the fastball's coming right here. Oh, and he hits the ball to the shortstop. Anderson comes up throwing. That big guy can hit and run. That dude was trucking down the line. But the Burn get the out at first base. Yeah, Miss Anderson's giving Grandpa Paul some props for cheering for the team from left field out there. He's pretty much, you can hear him from wherever. That ball is hit into center field. Anderson grabs that ball. Oh, wow. That was a curveball. The batter stayed back on it and kind of hit it soft up the middle. Anderson went deep in the hole and almost made that play.
42,
He tries to rip it over to first base and bounce it in there, and it just doesn't quite make it. I'm thinking we might give that batter a base hit on that. Or is that an error on the throw? That's a base hit, says our executive producer.
That was a nice effort, wasn't it, Kay?
It was not the routine one, in my opinion.
So we got 2 strikes on the batter here. Rodney says, if my defense can't do it, I'm going to take care of it with 3 strikes.
Good job, Rodney.
So Rodney picks up his shortstop there
Cheering squad out there.
and gets that 3rd out.
Way to go, Bird. Way to play,
Did you
team.
got the sub?
These boys are having fun tonight, though.
Did you get the sub? Owen came in for Danilo.
Bottom of the 4th inning. Rodney Blackweather, he's at 28 pitches. That might be all for him tonight. And the Burn are up 6-1 over the Bulldogs from Pembroke Pines. And Owen Lever's at the plate. He was actually a sub in for Danilo Soto in the batting lineup. And Reese Brush moved over to second. And Mateo Delmel's still in the batting order, even though he came off of first base and Levers took first base. Starts him off with a curveball for strike one. And then a fastball. Owen barrels that one up, and that ball is hit into left field for a nice single by Owen Levers. Shout out to all the Levers at home in Temple Terrace. They're the host of our Thursday night practice. We practice at their home field, Temple Terrace Little League. Owen's dad, Jason's, here with him tonight, but he's got family at home, his big brother, his mom, his grandparents. Spent a lot of time with the team, so hopefully they're watching. Brings up Briggs Tibbles, who hit the ball almost over the left field fence on his first at bat. And Tibbles pops out to the center fielder. This brings up Matthew Kerrigan. Whoa, that's called strike one on the batter. Kerrigan's not going to look at two of those, so he takes a big hack at that second one, but since it's a strike over there in that other batter's box, it's a little hard on the batters to get that bat over there. There's ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Slow grounder to the second baseman. He feels it clean. Gets Kerrigan at first. Dylan Knight to the plate. He watches the first pitch. First strike. And he hits one hard to center field, but the center fielder gets under that ball and catches it. Hard line drive. That's what we want to see. Everybody put a big swing on the ball like that, we'll be just fine. So the Burn go to the
Score?
top of the fifth,
6-1.
the 6-1 lead. Mateo Dalmau returns to first base. Reese Brush at second, Wilson Anderson at short, Rodney Blackwelder comes in at third. And that puts Owen Levers on the mound. With Futchie back behind the plate still. And the outfield looks like it's staying the same. Barkley in left, Tibbles in center, and Kerrigan in right. And I tell you what, those three outfielders, you can put them in any one of the three positions. By the way, that's not Kerrigan in right, that is Dylan Knight in right. So, quite frankly, our four outfielders between Dylan, Briggs, Matthew, and Ethan, you can put any one of those four guys in any position in the outfield. And if we got three of the four out there, I'd stack them up against any outfield in 13U baseball. Those guys can hit, they can run, they can catch, they can cover that big outfield.
13, Mando Sarko.
That was a close call. Foul ball came in from the other field. Nearly killed somebody. And Mr. Sarko's up for the Bulldogs. Hits that ball hard. Dylan Knight does a nice job getting back to that ball. Line drive for out number one. Caught by Dylan Knight in right field. Brings up Mr. Alvarez for the Bulldogs. Curveball in there for strike one. Looks like Owen brought his stuff tonight too. Fastball misses low. Ball one. That's a strike. You know, you might not think that's a strike, but since his umpires called that a strike like 20 times tonight, then we're going to go with strike when we see it right there. Hey, Sean, how you doing, buddy?
Doing great. How are you?
Doing great.
Good to see you.
We got
I
some.
ran into Wesley Tipples.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's out there in the outfield. We're on the team
I
together.
ran into him earlier. I didn't know you got.
Yeah.
No, I quit.
God bless this guy. God bless.
Yeah, so I just get to watch. Awesome. Good luck.
Friends from Gainesville on the Gator Ball team playing on the field behind us. Came over and said hi. What did I miss there, Cayuse? A couple of foul balls? What's the count here? Oh, what happened to the last batter? All right, Levers. Sorry about that. I missed a strikeout for the kid. Now we got a called strike on Hernandez. And a foul ball for strike two. So Levers about to make quick work of this inning. Ball one high. Ball 2. That one's a little tricky. Behind his back. That's just a curveball that didn't come in. Fastball, strike 3. So that's 3 up and 3 down for Owen. Nice little 11-pitch inning. Gets us 3 outs, and see if we can't put up the 3 runs we need here to end this game after 5. Lead off the bottom of the 5th inning here. Burner up 6-1. Oh my goodness, Ethan almost gets hit with the ball, but that apparently was a strike. One ball, one strike. Nice little curveball, 58 miles per hour for strike 2. Barclay's trying to protect over there. One ball, 2 strikes on the batter. Temperature's dropping out here. It might be even 60 degrees. Oh, that ball goes behind Barclay's back for ball 2. I think Ethan wanted that one to hit him. He was ready to go down to first base, and it just missed him. Foul ball.
On the field.
So now we're talking about a quality at bat here. Ethan just needs to get on base, and he's got his quality at bat. Fighting that one off. Pops out to the third baseman for out number 1. Brings Rodney Blackwelder to the plate, where he had a 2 RBI triple the last time up. Hit the ball hard down the first base line, all the way to the corner, and trucked it around the third. Lost his hat sliding into third base, showing off his new haircut. And that's ball 1. Foul ball. Foul back for strike 1. Oh, that is a hard hit ball. Third baseman diving catch on that line drive. Great play by the Bulldogs third baseman.
Oh, look at Maria and the dog watching. Did you see this? So cute. Look, honey.
And that brings Ethan Futch to the plate. Takes a pitch high inside. Called strike 1. Mateo Dalmau's on deck. I think his mom and his 2 brothers and their beautiful puppy are watching the game at home in front of the big screen TV. That's foul tip strike 2 on Ethan Futch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There, I heard Jen Futch over there cheering for her son. Jen Futch is a great baseball, softball mom, knows all about the game. That's a swing and a miss for strike 3. So we didn't get to shout out to the Dalmau's at home, but you know that they've got Burn TV on YouTube on the big screen TV in their living room, because with all this technology, they are going to watch this game with a great view. I'm sure they're grateful to our executive producer, Cayuse, for sending all these great shots back home. Looks like a little defensive change. Lever's still on the mound. We got Blackwelder at third. Reese Brush moves back over to shortstop. Brady Marshall comes in at first base. Looks like Briggs Tibbles at second base. That puts Mateo Dalmau in left. And the big lefty, Matthew Kerrigan, in center, and Dylan Knight in right. So Futch is back behind the dish, working with his third pitcher of the night. He's doing a great job back there for these pitchers. Futch will steal a strike for you as fast as any catcher in 13U baseball.
Number 9, Ace Aguila.
No one like you. Go grills and you dance like Michael. No eyes, misfits, no typos. Look, wait. We just wanna make you go psycho. Put $100,000 in the Bible. I took a game with my eyes closed. Last verse was
Owen figured it out. Throw that ball low and away and you get that strike call. Comebacker to the pitcher. Owen fields that ball. Runs over to first base. 1 out.
Number 4, Juju Gonzalez.
Juju Gonzalez back to the plate for the Bulldogs. Curveball in there for strike 1. Hard hit ball, base hit out in the left field, ground ball.
Number 2, A-Dog.
So that puts a base runner out there for the Bulldogs with 1 out. And I think this is their leadoff hitter at the plate. And Lever goes up and in on him. Nice fastball. Foul ball, strike 1. Long hold there for Lever. Batter finally calls timeout. Nice move to first base by Lever, but doesn't quite catch him. That long hold sometimes freezes that runner. And that is a little hit and run for the Bulldogs. Moves the runner over to second. Batter's got a little single.
Zach Wilson.
The Bulldogs are trying to fight back here with their 2-hitter. Number 3, Zach Wilson at the plate. Big strong lefty. Curveball's in there for strike 1. That's ball 1. If you're the Bulldogs, you're thinking one swing puts you back in this game. 5-run lead. Go away in a hurry with 2 runners on base and 1 out. I'm sure the Bulldogs like their 2-hitter at the plate too. He's had some good at-bats tonight. Another curveball, called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lever's definitely got him guessing here, so that curveball's keeping him off balance. Batter gets timeout. Great sequence there from Owen. Gets the strikeout. Strikeout on 3 curveballs and then comes right back to this next batter with another curveball. So I guess you go with the one who you brought to the dance. There's another one. Ball one. When Lever's curveball's working, that thing's nasty. Fastball, a little low. Lever goes and gets it. He wants to get back on the mound and throw that next pitch. Get back ahead of this batter here with a strike. Batter calls time. That is a hard hit ball, and Brush stays with it and almost gets that runner at first. Hard ground ball. And that loads the bases for the Bulldogs with their cleanup hitter at the plate, Landon Eitz. We're getting a little walk-up music from the Bulldogs. Coach Barclay goes out, make a little mound visit, which he does frequently. Coach Barclay is kind of the good cop. Sometimes the other two guys have to be the bad cop. So Coach Barclay goes out there and cheers them up a little bit. Tries to get them motivated to get this last out. Maybe he told them, throw your fastball, make them hit it. Oh yeah, Coach Brush is a good cop too over there on first base. Unless we strike out looking, and then he gets a little fired up. There's a curveball, hit hard to left field, and Dalmau's tracking on that ball and makes a great catch. Great catch in left to end that inning. So the Burn keep their 6-1 lead, even though the Bulldogs had 3 runners on base there. They just couldn't get one across the plate.
Keep it simple.
And I hope that his dog and his family are still watching on the big screen at home. And that's ball 1. 2 balls, no strikes. Strike 1. Check swing to the shortstop, slow roller, and he is safe at first.
Wow. Everything's going Mateo.
We'll take it. That was a
He was hustling.
base hit deep to the hole and shortstop. That brings up Brady Marshall to the plate, who substituted in for Wilson Anderson.
You gave Mike hit the air. My goodness. I'm joking. Joking. I want you to go bug that.
Brady Marshall. Is that ball 1? Did I miss something? Brady's at the plate with 1 ball, and Mateo's breaking for second base. That was a great slide by Mateo into second base. Head first, gets his hand in there, gets in there under the throw. Thank you, Miss Anderson. Mateo's adjusting the hair at second base. What was 2 balls on the batter and a runner on second base. Brady tries to bunt for a hit there and just punts that ball foul. I'm not sure if Jim Marshall's over here umpiring this weekend in another age division, or if Tara Marshall's here, or if Big Brother Justin's here, but maybe Brady might have come over with Coach Brush. So shout out to the Marshalls at home. Three-one count on Brady. He's going to be swinging at strikes only right now. And that's ball 4. And that brings up Reese Brush to the plate. He would be the winning run if we could score him in this inning. And Reese bunts 1 foul. Looked like he was trying to bunt for a base hit too. Oh, they catch Brady leaning towards second base there. I think maybe we had a little hit and run on or something. I don't know. But catch him leaning towards second, and the pitcher makes a really nice move over to first and gets Brady out. He's having a good at bat here. Fouls that one back. Back to the pitcher. He bobbles the ball, throws to first for the out. Brings up Owen Lever with a man on third. So what looked like could be the start of a little run with runners on first and second, no outs. Now we've got a runner on third with 2 outs. So we're going to need a nice base hit out of somebody here. Get this run across. That pitcher showing off his move. Nice move over to third. And you got 1 strike on the batter. And that's a called strike 2. Catcher's moving way over in the batter's box. Ball 2, 2-2 on the batter. And the Bulldogs wanted strike 3 there, but they didn't get it. And it was way outside, but it has been called a strike several times tonight, but not that time, so. I don't blame them for wanting that strike. I'm just glad they didn't get it. Levers fouls that one back. Stays in this, full count. That's about 7 pitches in this at bat. And that's ball 4. Brings up Briggs Tibbles, who's been hitting tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike on the batter. Briggs Tibbles.
Go, Briggs.
See if he can hit one over the fence like he did last time we were over here in Sanford. Remember? He did have a home run 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago over here. But it was on the B fields. They are? What's the count here? 2 balls, 1 strike. Briggs hits that one a long way, and that may be in the gap. No, the right fielder's got it. Top of 7th, 6-1. So Lever's work is done here. And that's going to send number 15, Kerrigan, to the mound. So the Burn have gotten some good pitching tonight out of Anderson, Blackwelder, and Levers. Each one of them covered 2 innings of work. Everybody stayed lower than 35 pitches. And that's sending Kerrigan out to the mound to finish us off in the top of the 2nd. Setting up the defense, Blackwelder's at 3rd. Anderson is at shortstop. Brush is at 2nd base. And Dalmau is at 1st. And then you got Dylan Knight in right field. Briggs Tibbles in center. And Ethan Barclay in left. And your Florida Burn have a 6-1 lead in the top of the 7th. Miss Sanderson got a little cold. Went out to the car to enjoy this last inning. So we're going to pack up her chair here. Kerrigan starts him off with a strike. Strike 2 on the batter. Strike 3. Come back to the pitcher there for out number 2 at first base. And this is the hardest out in baseball. The 3rd out in the 7th inning. And that is a ground ball, fair ball. 3rd base. Bulldogs get a runner on second with 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. Burn just want to get out of here, get over to the hotel, snuggle up under some wool blankets, and try to warm up and go to bed. Right, Mr. Cayuse? There's strike one. Tell you what, this lefty pitching, living on the outside of the plate, just doesn't look like it's coming in for a strike, but it sure is coming in. High foul ball. He's got room. Blackwelder's over there. Oh, can't quite get there along the fence. Foul ball for strike 2, though. So that's 2 strikes on the batter. I'm thinking that's your shortstop's ball anyway. Wilson should have got over there and called him off. What do you think, Cayuse? You can't get your your cleanup hitter third baseman's not supposed to make that catch. That's something the shortstop's supposed to do. And that is a ball. Ooh, we almost called the game there on that one. That ball looked like it was a nice curveball curve right over the plate. Called strike 3 to end the game. Great pitch by Matthew Kerrigan. Burn win this one 6-1. Start off this weekend pretty good shape. I'd say if we can give up 0 or 1 runs tomorrow, we should be in good shape for the elimination play. And we'll be back, what, 10:30 tomorrow morning? 10:30 tomorrow morning. Burn will be back on Burn TV, your favorite YouTube station. Good night, everybody.